everyone. I'm Rochelle Chernowski. This is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, April 23rd. On today's show, Dawn Boren tells us about the jazz, classical, and pop music that will fill our concert hall for this year's summer concert series. We'll learn about an upcoming Health Connections class from urologist Dr. Harry Tsai. And we'll look back at last week's Dragon Boat races in Charlotte County, which featured the Shell Point group, the Dragonflies. But first, ladies and gentlemen, we want to invite you to our show tonight. It's the Blues Brothers Rhythm and Blues Review. It's the event of the year. It's a free concert starring the Blues Brothers and lots of other acts. You know what, folks? He's okay. He'll be ready for tonight's show. It's the Shell Point Blues Variety Show happening tonight at 7:15 p.m. in the Church Auditorium. You can expect songs, dances, skits, and who knows what else, all from your Shell Point friends and neighbors, both residents and employees. And it's hosted by Jake and Elwood Blues, better known as the Blues Brothers. You're all invited to this free event, the last big Shell Point event of the season, happening tonight at 7:15 p.m. in the Church Auditorium. After this, we start planning for the summer. And for those of you that stay at Shell Point year-round, summertime's greatest excitement can seem to be watching the daily thunderstorms in the afternoon, or watching the hurricanes on the weather radar. In fact, we fill our summer with lots of exciting events, including a summer concert series. From world-class a cappella groups to classical and jazz performers, there's something for everyone in this year's summer concert series. Dawn Boren is here to give us the full lineup.
Summer at Shell Point is usually a quiet time. When we let the air conditioning run, we watch the thunderstorms go by and enjoy the long hours of sunshine. But here at Shell Point, we like to spice things up during June, July, and August and provide our summer residents and Lee County guests with some top-notch musical entertainment. Hi, I'm Dawn Boren, Director of Resident Life here at Shell Point. We're pleased to announce the 4th year of our summer concert series, bringing the finest in jazz, classical, and vocal groups to the stage of the Church Auditorium. It begins with a bang on June 11th when we welcome back the Naples Jazz Orchestra, a big band in the tradition of Count Basie, Duke Ellington, Woody Herman, and Buddy Rich. The Naples Jazz Orchestra is comprised of some of the finest professional jazz musicians in Florida who will take you back to those exciting golden days performing the greatest music of the big band era. The Naples Jazz Orchestra brings their stage show to Shell Point on Tuesday, June 11th. In July, we take a classical turn with a unique trio consisting of the flute, viola, and harp. The Sunshine Trio are Scott O'Donnell playing the viola, Kay Kemper on the harp, and Beth Larson playing the flute. This special combination of instruments brings a new sound to traditional classical favorites as well as popular numbers from the American Songbook. All three are accomplished musicians and are featured performers with the Southwest Florida Symphony and the Palm Beach Symphony Orchestra. So come hear the Sunshine Trio on Thursday, July 11th. And finally, we welcome the Barbershop Quartet in August. But this group is unlike anything you've ever heard before. It's a female barbershop quartet called The Buzz. These talented ladies sing the same barbershop favorites as the guys, but they bring their own distinct sound to the performance. These 4 ladies are all members of the Sweet Adelines and have accomplished vocal careers on their own. And performing together as The Buzz, they have recorded numerous CDs and have been given award-winning performances worldwide. Come hear what The Buzz is all about as they perform at Shell Point on Friday, August 9th. That's your lineup for this year's summer concert series at Shell Point. Once again, we're also keeping our ticket prices low and offering discounts for purchasing the whole season. Each individual concert ticket is just $15, or you can save $10 by purchasing the season ticket for all 3 performances for just $35. Visit the Island or Woodland service desk to learn more. Join us for a celebration of jazz, classical, and vocal music all this summer right here at Shell Point.
There's another cultural event happening today, and it's all about the books. Library Book Talk happens today at 2:15 p.m. in the Social Center on the Island. Today's featured book is a biography about famous biologist Temple Grandin, with the subtitle, How the Girl Who Loved Cows Embraced Autism and Changed the World. Come hear Temple's fascinating story as told by Emily Kleitzing and Bruce Finley of Sundial. All are welcome for refreshments and enlightenment at Library Book Talk, happening this afternoon at 2:15 in the Social Center. And then next week, we have a visit from Dr. Harry Tsai, board-certified urologist. He visits the Arbor Medical Center to deal with issues like prostates, kidneys, and others. While it may not be the most comfortable issue to talk about, his services can definitely make a difference in your life. His Health Connection class happens next Tuesday, April 30th at 10:15 a.m. in the Social Center. Here is a preview.
I'm Mary Franklin here with Dr. Tsai today to talk about an upcoming Health Connection program entitled Treatment Options of Female Urology Conditions. This program is being brought to you in the Social Center on April 30th at 10:15 a.m. and you can sign up at either service desk. So let's get a little bit more information from Dr. Tsai. Dr. Tsai, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. First of all, I'll just give you a little bit of my background.
Okay.
I've been practicing here in Fort Myers about 7 years, and we do have a clinic here at Shell Point on Monday afternoons at the Arbor, second floor. So a lot of people have been seen at the Arbor for any type of urologic condition. We see general urology patients, urologic cancers, and I've been here in Fort Myers, as I've said, 7 years.
Great. Now on this topic, you're going to focus, correct, on overactive bladder and urinary incontinence. That will be your main focus. Will you talk about anything else?
No, I think those are the two topics. And these two conditions, overactive bladder and urinary incontinence, are really two conditions that a lot of women are kind of shy or embarrassed to speak about, even bringing up to their primary care physician, and by the time they get to urologist, maybe the first time they've ever discussed it with anyone. So we like to kind of let women know that this is a very common problem, and there are a lot of different treatments available other than the first line and second line therapies that they've tried in the past.
Okay. Now we talked a little bit earlier that there are 3 lines of defense.
Right.
And the first thing you can start is at home, and then medicine, but in your talk, you're going to really focus on that third line.
Right. First line basically are things that patients can do to change their behavior, like modify the amount of fluids that they're taking before bed. We usually tell patients don't drink after 6 or 7 o'clock. That can reduce the number of times they have to get up at night. Watch what they drink, coffee, anything with caffeine, iced tea or green tea. So a lot of stimulants or things that can cause irritation can increase urination. And leakage is a totally different story. There's different types of leakage that's stress, such as coughing, sneezing, laughing, or leaking associated with urgency, just inability to make it to the bathroom on time. That's first line. And then pelvic floor or Kegel exercises are included in first line therapy. Second line, once those two things have failed, usually medication. And most people have tried medication and stopped because either it didn't work, too expensive, or side effects. So third line will be focusing on our procedures that are done in the office, which does not, so the patient doesn't have to go to the hospital. So they're in and out of the office, and different types of conditions. We have different procedures, tailored for that particular patient. So that's what we're going to focus on.
Okay. I think one of the most important things is not to ignore it. Don't be shy about it. Come and find out more at this talk, or at least go talk to your doctor as well.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, ladies, this is going to be an important conversation that you can have with Dr. Tsai on April 30th. It's a Tuesday at 10:15 in the Social Center. He's going to cover overactive bladder and urinary incontinence and what you can do to make that not take over your life, because you got to be out there and getting inactive. So treatment options of female urology conditions, mark it on your calendar. Dr. Tsai, thanks for being here. I'm Mary Franklin. Have a happy and healthy day.
Last week, Shell Point participated in a unique event on the Peace River in Charlotte County. It was called The War on the Peace and featured races with these dragon boats, long canoes with 20 paddlers on board. For the first time ever, a team of Shell Point residents participated, calling themselves the Dragonflies. Under the direction of Sand Dollar resident Minnie Ostier, the team trained for weeks on dry land and then entered into the competition. While it was tough to compete with teams of 20 and 30-year-olds, the Shell Point team battled valiantly. We even made the front page of the Charlotte Sun newspaper and had this picture inside of Fritz Knox and Jerry Wilson warming up for the race. Let's take a look back at the whole process from training to race day. It's time now to cover all of today's happenings from resort services. Then stay tuned for your menus and Village Church connections.
Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, and I'm Suzanne Zavada here with Bev Chanley to go over everything happening at Shell Point today. We'll start the morning off at 7:15 with Bend, Breathe, and Balance in the Health Club on the island. At 8 o'clock, the Ladies Golf Association will meet out at the Shell Point Golf Club. And also at 8, we have the Round Robin Men's Doubles Tennis Group meeting out at the tennis courts at the Woodlands. At 8:15, Stamp Ministry will be in the Stamp Room on the island. Volunteers are welcome. And at 9 o'clock, bocce will be played out at the bocce courts at the Woodlands. At 9:15, open painting will take place at the Art Studio on the island. And at 9:30, the Match Play Mixed Doubles Tennis Group will be out at the tennis courts at the Woodlands. 10:15 is the time for the Through the Bible Bible Study Group meeting in the Osprey Room on the island. That's all for the morning. Now here's Bev with the afternoon.
We're going to start out the activities at 12:30 this afternoon with Mixed Progressive Bridge in the game room of the Woodlands. Then at 1:15 we have several options. We have the Knitters Group in the Osprey Room. We have 1:15 Shuffleboard at the Shuffleboard Courts. And 1:15, the Rollicking Recorderists will be practicing in the Tarpon Room. And then our last 1:15 activity is the Women's Prayer Group will be in the Hospitality Room of the Village Church. Then we move to 1:30, where the Stamp Ministry will be doing their work in the Sable Room at the Woodlands. And then 2:15, it's time for the Library Book Talk. That'll be in the Social Center. At 2:45, there's a Health Connections class, Balance and Mobility Training Level 2 in the Health Club. That's full right now. And then 4:30, we end with the Health Connections Tai Chi Cha class. That'll be in the Health Club, and that is also full right now. 7:15, don't forget, it's time for the Shell Point Blues Variety Show at the Village Church. Well, Suzanne, that's it for today. We're going to be back here again on Wednesday to tell you what's happening then.
Menus for Tuesday. In the Crystal Room, the Crystal Platter is petite steak with mashed new potatoes and carrots. The dinner special is build your own stir fry for $11.95, and the soup is chicken and white bean chili. In the Island Cafe for lunch today, enjoy a chicken tender sandwich with fries for $6.95. The dinner special is pepper steak over rice for $7.95. Dinner specials in the Palm Grill are veal cutlet for $15.95 or sole almondine for $15.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at www.shellpoint.net.
Welcome to Village Church Connections. I'm Andy Hawkins. I'm the senior pastor of the Village Church, and I'm here with Lee Emrich. And Lee, we've been involved in the last couple of weeks in a food drive that we do pretty much every year, but it's quite exciting. This is my first opportunity to be involved in this particular activity. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved, and then what the food bank is supposed to support, and then you can tell us what happened.
Okay. Well, I've been involved with the South Fort Myers Food Pantry for about a year and a half. Mm-hmm. I'm actually on the board of directors, and so I've kind of taken over trying to coordinate these food drives along with, of course, the Village Church and Shell Point Retirement Community. Right. And let me tell you, we just completed the most successful food drive ever here at Shell Point. The people contributed over 1,300 pounds of food. Wow. And in addition to that, they contributed over $2,700 in contributions, which can buy, actually, $16,000 of food.
How does that work that we gave as a community $2,700, and that buys $16,000 worth of food?
Well, the Harry Chapin Food Bank has connections with certain organizations and stuff like that where they can buy food for a reduced price. I see. So that's how the dollars actually convert.
Fabulous. Well, that's exciting.
I wonder if I could tell the people out there about some of the people that they fed.
Absolutely. Let's do that.
You people fed a young mother who came in with an infant asleep on her shoulder and a toddler tagging behind her. You fed those people. Wow. You fed a man who, a young man who rides his bike actually from Sanibel to the food pantry, waits in line to get his food, and then pedals back to Sanibel Island. Wow. And also, you fed a man, an elderly man, who needs help to get from the parking lot to where he can receive his food and needs help back. these are the kind of people that you have helped.
You know, that kind of thing is so much more interesting than just the numbers.
Exactly.
I mean, the numbers are impressive, but when you start talking about you know, people, that's exciting.
Yes, and there are more stories I can go on for a long time that we see every week. And, you know, my friend Jim Davies said to me one time, and I'd like to pass this along to the people, God is pleased with you. God is very, very pleased with you for what you have done. And I just think that's so important. And, you know, on behalf of the South Fort Myers Food Pantry, I want to thank all the people, starting with you and the church staff who do so much in the promotion of these food drives, to the deacons who helped process and move the food, to Doug Quelch, who offered his van for transportation, and many others who just make this so successful. And I just want the people to know that, yes, we have food drives from time to time, but if anybody wants to make a contribution at any point, I go to the food pantry every Monday. I'd be glad to transport that contribution.
Well, we appreciate all the effort that you've put in, Lee, because I know that the Lord is pleased with your labor of love, and it's been exciting to see how that's unfolded over the last couple of years. And we're just look forward to what God will do in the future. And certainly we do have a heart for those that really do have these kinds of needs. We want to see any way that we can help support them.
Thank you, Pastor.
Well, thank you for being here, Lee. It's been a delight to have you with us. And thank you for joining us with Village Church Connections. Hope to see you soon.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow as we hear from Phyllis Stern about one of her favorite artists, Vincent van Gogh. We'll also talk to lifelong stamp collector Paul Peterson, who took us through his collection of more than 1 million stamps. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Tuesday, April 23rd. I'm Rochelle Chernowski. From all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.